Some fun this morning?
Yeah!
I joined the CCS, the Colorado Comedian Society, in 2013. At that time, I was still working my professional career. I was a scientist studying the effects of space radiation on integrated circuits.
Woo-woo.
There's a punchline.
One of my tasks was to go to Texas A&M where they have a radiation source. They have a cyclotron. And don't worry, that's just a big fancy name for particle accelerator. One time I was walking across the campus, and you may know that Texas A&M is a big engineering school. As I was walking across campus, I happened to overhear a couple of engineering students talking. One of them was pushing a bicycle, and his friend said, "Hey, where did you get that great bicycle?" And his friend said, "Well, yesterday, this beautiful woman rode up to me on this bicycle, set the bicycle on the ground, took off all her clothes, and said, 'Take what you want.'" His friend said, "Good choice." The clothes probably wouldn't have fit anyway.
That was good.
So we would expose our integrated circuits to the particle beam from the cyclotron and measure the response of our integrated circuits. We designed the circuits to be radiation hardened to fly in space. After the testing, I would write a report that we could give to our customers, and then I would submit abstracts to conferences. One of the conferences was called NSREC, which stands for Nuclear and Space Radiation Effects Conference. The last year in my professional life, before I moved on, NSREC was in Paris, France. I had a couple papers, the conference went really well, and I had a couple of friends, Steve Gerton from Jet Propulsion Lab, JPL, and Steve Buckner from National Research Lab. We had a couple days after the conference, before we had to fly home, and we decided to take a little side trip from Paris to Amsterdam to go to a paranormal convention. We went to the train station to catch our train. We happened to meet 3 doctors there. We got in line. Steve and I bought 1 ticket. The 3 doctors bought a ticket each. And after we purchased our tickets, one of the doctors came over and said, "We noticed you only purchased 1 ticket for the train ride for 3 of you to go from Paris to Amsterdam. How are you going to get there?" And my friend Steve said, "You'll see." So we got on the train, and we all happened to be sitting in the same car, the 3 doctors, Steve and I. And as soon as the conductor was in the next car coming towards our car, Steve and I went in and crammed into one of the little bathrooms. And when the conductor came by, he knocked on the bathroom door and said, "Ticket, please." And we cracked open the door and slipped our 1 ticket out to the conductor. We made it to Amsterdam. The paranormal convention was amazing, but that's a story for another time. After the convention, we went back to the train station. It turns out the doctors were in the same situation we were. They had a little time from Paris where they were going to fly back to the United States. So they were at the train station as well. This time, Steve and I just waited on the bench. The 3 doctors went up and purchased 1 ticket. After they purchased their ticket, they came over and asked us, "Well, we noticed you didn't buy any tickets. How are you going to get from Amsterdam to Paris without a ticket?" And my friend Steve said, "You'll see." So we got on the train, and again, when we saw the conductor coming down, in the next car, the 3 doctors went into the bathroom, and we waited about a minute, and my friend Steve went over, knocked on that bathroom door, and said, "Ticket, please." Now you know a little bit about me. We're going to have a fun time this evening. I'd like to introduce our first comedian this morning, Gilda Radner.